I made 15 grand my first month, like straight out the gates. I was like, man, this is fun. Like, I mean, I
Yeah,
made that in real estate, right? Like, I mean, I've made close to six figures in real estate in 1 month before, but
but
dude,
not from home.
yeah, the grind was, I mean, and it wasn't every month. I definitely wasn't making it every single month. I had to go find more clients every single day, spending, thousands of on marketing, gas, car. I don't need none of that now. What's up, Avery? Hey, welcome to the Elevate Event Series Podcast. Hey, so excited to have you on. We just recently got linked up through this crazy thing called AO, and excited to learn a little bit more about you. Excited to learn how you found AO. We're going to tell people a little bit about what AO is, this cool, awesome job that we are doing. And just thank you for coming on. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. This is my first like full podcast, I think. I've had little mini interviews, but this is my first.
I feel honored. We're very honored to have you. So I did want to I always, ask kind of like it's an open-ended question, right? But like, who is Avery? I want to learn more about you. Who are you?
Gosh. Just a girl from Ohio.
Okay.
Columbus, Ohio is kind of born
Midwest.
and raised. Yes, Midwestern girl, although I feel like I should be in, kind of a bigger city, but played sports my whole life, just always knew I wanted to help people in some capacity, and then kind of just followed whatever person came my path, whatever felt right at the time, and it led me to here, with this opportunity at AO. But yeah, just girl from Ohio trying to set herself up and live life to the fullest, I guess.
I didn't know you played sports. What kind of sports did you play?
Primarily soccer, gymnastics, but I went to play D2 at a small school in Pennsylvania. I tore my ACL and then called it quits. But I did travel, high school travel all year round, pretty much my whole life. So really haven't explored too much in terms of traveling internationally, but just that's kind of the point of doing this job too, is just to be able to expand, to see the world more than just travel soccer on the East Coast and Midwest. So yeah, then I hung
That's
up my cleats, got injured, and here we are.
and weren't you studying like something medical before you jumped on this?
Yes, yes. So I was going into orthopedic physician. That's what I wanted to do, surgery. Then I had surgery of my own in orthopedics. But that was my whole undergrad, going to be a PA and then eventually, hopefully, a doctor of some sort. COVID happened and decided I needed to move out, start making money for myself. Wanted my parents to be able to live their life after they did such a great job raising my sister and I. So moved out obviously right after I graduated, came back here from Pennsylvania, jumped right into a sales role. Actually, it was a recruiting job. And then I ended up just not enjoying the workplace there. We were going back in office like during COVID pretty much and wanted to have that work life balance that I was lagging. Then I actually went into packaging sales and then
Okay.
finally found an opportunity here. So this is way more my wheelhouse. It's the closest thing to helping people and genuinely having something that you can, make an impact on people in their lives with. Yeah. So medical field to recruiting to packaging sales to now life insurance. Definitely a journey in, I guess, 4 years post grad coming up. So
And then
crazy
you've been with AO how long?
since March. So just under a
March.
year, like 9, 10 months.
And crushing it, so I hear, out the gates pretty
Trying
much? Yeah.
to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you do during push months? What was your ALP sold?
So net, I was just around like 40K. And then I think what I actually brought home was around like 29, 30-ish,
Wow.
somewhere in that ballpark. So didn't meet my goal, but it was a good full run. I put all my efforts towards this push, kind of locked myself, in the office around the good energy, the people, and just grinded. So only
Yeah,
up from
and
here now.
I would say, like, this team so far, me coming from a different team, right? Like, and I did very well on
Hmm.
the last team, and I will say the energy and the office environment, like, I would say we had pretty good culture over there. I'm not knocking the other team, but this culture for me personally is a way better fit. It's way more relaxed. Everyone's a lot more respectful of like, hey, we all have like lives outside of this too, but we're also here to grind and crush our goals. So I will say that's been a cool thing about this team, and I'm excited to really get in with y'all and really start to, like, get in the trenches. We just got leads. I just got leads yesterday, so I'm
You guys
excited.
are gonna crush it. I know you will. And again, no dig to any other team anywhere. I got really lucky just being in Columbus with
Yeah,
Enna, with Carrington at the time, and didn't really realize how it was on, in other areas, but fell in love with obviously everybody. And then now we're just bringing in obviously like-minded people are attracting the right type of people. And I think that's just how, once you have a good culture, you only attract, more good culture to add to it. So I'm excited for you guys to kill it.
yeah.
And you guys got to come to Columbus.
I'm
I
coming.
know we don't have that much to offer, but
My plane ticket's booked. My plane ticket's booked. I'll be there December
in
20th.
Christmas,
I'm already booked.
right around your birthday, right?
yeah, I'm flying into Columbus the 20th, and then I'm renting a car and driving up to Detroit. So
Let's go. That'll be
that's my
so much
plan.
fun in the winter,
You gotta
middle of
show me
winter time.
out. Hey, I love the after living in Texas as long as I live in Texas, I love the cold. I like just a little dose.
I do too. That's why I'm here.
Yeah,
It's nice. A little bit
a
of
little
snow never hurt
dose.
nobody.
A little dose. What is your favorite part, Avery, about working at AO?
Gosh, so kind of back to it, just being able to work from home or go in an office or be on a vacation and run a few appointments or just dial some leads. It is so very flexible. I want to have a family someday. So trying to set myself up with being able to be home. If I have kids later in life, God willing, I'll be able to be home. Right. So that's first and foremost. You can make a lot of money, not necessarily quick. Sometimes you see quick success. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but the longevity of the career itself, I mean, it's never going to go away. So it's obviously a stable, industry to be in. And then most importantly, coming from a recruiting background, helping hire and fire people from jobs, right? Culture and the people you work with, your managers, bosses, uplines, whatever you want to call it, those people make the job the job. We all work more every single day than what we do, just in our day to day life. We spend a lot of time working. So making sure the people that you're working with are people that, this is the first job where I would genuinely hang out with any of you guys outside of work.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody from all my old jobs. I have some long friendships, but everybody that comes into the office has an insane story to tell. And everybody is young and driven, motivated, dedicated, all the great things. And they're people that I would hang out with outside of work. So that's
Yeah,
pretty
that
much.
I will say and I will say my last team too, it's all cool people. Like everybody I've met so
Oh,
far, it's pretty cool people. Like I feel like I've made a bunch of new friends already and like just like
yeah.
virtually like we went to the Cowboys game a couple weeks ago, 3, 4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I got to meet everybody in person, and I'm like, "Oh, man, I feel like I already know these people via Zoom," you
Uh
know, and
huh.
then you get to, like, meet them in person, it's even cooler, so I'm excited for the Christmas party to meet all y'all too, so
Well,
yeah.
yeah, you already connect so much. Like, I feel like I've gotten to know you and even some of the other newer people so much. Even like I've never even met, Isaiah and like Josh and some of the guys that are out west more so. And I feel like I know them because I'm with them every day on Zoom,
Yeah.
dialing in the trenches kind of together, getting hung up on, but then getting sales, a day later type thing.
And I think that's the cool thing, right? Like, also, right, like, we're also in our own house. So, like, the office environment is great because I can pop in the office and then I can
Hmm.
go take a little nap, I can go just watch some TV and just chill, so I think it's cool that you get, like, the interpersonal connection, but then you also have your own space versus, like, an office
Yeah.
where, someone might leave a dirty dish and, I might get annoying that way, but
Yeah.
I think that's the cool thing about the Zoom this new era of Zoom work from home culture that, is just it's literally we're like the pioneers of this, to be honest with you. Like
100%.
Zoom culture is a whole new that's a whole new way of working and it's only gonna get more in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, the flexibility is insane, and when you come to Columbus, you'll see the office. Obviously, you guys have one that you're hopefully starting down there, but it's nice to have the option, right? So
Yeah,
if you wanna lock
option.
in a different
Yeah,
way, just I get bored easily, I have, like, ADHD, ADD, whatever you wanna call it, and it's like, some days I can't be at home. I need to be around other people to help,
yeah,
get me the courage to kinda, like, grind, or we have the Zoom rooms, and I can be at home, be kinda more comfortable or go dial at the pool sometimes,
yeah.
um, and get a tan while I'm making, a lot of money.
You have to get that tan. You have to. It's
Exactly. I'm losing it. Yeah, tremendously.
Well, cool. Well, okay, so we kinda talked about, like, why you chose AO over other careers. Like, do you wanna just dive into that a little bit more? Like, what attracted you to
Yeah.
AO specifically?
Well, so I always say, like, I want to be at a place where I have somebody that I look up to that I would want to trade places with, right? So, an Eno, for example, he has, obviously anybody would be crazy to not want to trade places with somebody like that, but he has a family. He's very successful. He came from, you know, another country with bringing people who don't really speak English. So, I think what attracted to me is seeing that, they grew up in Cleveland, Carrington and Eno both, and then they made this huge, name for themselves kind of from the ground up. So seeing people who, are genuine, you see a lot of it on social media of people doing stuff overnight, but they really did work for everything. So I admire that. And I want to work with people who I admire or who I, have good faith in that they got to where they are by just hard work and dedication. Seeing their stories, talking to them, knowing where they came from really attracted me to like, wow, anybody can really do this. Also, meeting people in the office when I went for my interview, I was like, okay, I mean, there's people that you would never really expect to be. Back then, we were at the top of the Huntington building, downtown Columbus. And I'm like, I never would have thought I'd really be up here.
Yeah.
I was in clinics and in hospitals, in great areas and not so great areas. And I'm like, now I'm overlooking the whole city. So that was really attractive, and I think just being a woman in sales, for one, there's pros and cons to it, right? But, we don't have a lot of women right now, so I really kinda saw that side of things where like, wow, I can come in and be, a top woman. I need to believe in myself. These guys believe in me more than I believe in myself, and they did from day 1, which was really attractive as well for the opportunity, and just seeing the success is insane, and it's like not everything's about money, it's also the comfort, the people you work with, but it's like monopoly money, like, when you get your first actual check, it's like,
Yeah.
"I really did this, like, this is in my bank account, right? Like,
It cleared?
is this
Yeah.
real?" So seeing that and you just have support. They were there from day 1, there's money for everyone can be successful, and they made that very, very clear. So I literally quit my job, like, the week after. So this was all I had, and I had to make it work.
Yeah, and I mean, people don't understand like when we say where they're at, right? Like, just to give everybody perspective out there that's watching this, like Carrington made like $600,000 last month, and then Eno made like 2.8 million last month. So,
1
like,
month.
yeah, 1 month. So when we say where they're at, these guys are making like CEO tech money, and they work from home, and they get to coach and train people. I mean, not to say that they have an easy job at all. It's extremely difficult, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I come from a real estate background. I literally, when I saw what what at the time my previous leader was doing, I mean, I just was like, I don't know anybody in real estate making this right now, and if they are, their life is terrible. It sucks, right? And I just had my
Yeah,
daughter, and so I didn't wanna be gone all day, I didn't wanna grind all day and be gone.
exactly.
I've done that. I've been a top producer in every job that I've ever had. I've sold over $100 million worth of stuff in my lifetime, and it's always been a grind, 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 and I've always wanted to find something that I could travel, work from home, and then for me, recruiting is the biggest thing and be able to grow a team, and I would say you touched on pretty much everything there, but it's like the dream job
Mhm.
for like a millennial that wants to be able to make, great money, and then also have some, not to say any job that you make the type of money that we're making, six and seven figures, is
Yeah,
gonna be a grind, right? But this is kind of it's a little bit better grind than most. I'm not being a roofer out door knocking, right? I'm not out
exactly.
showing a million houses, just to make that kind of money. I'm sitting at home
Mhm.
hanging out with my daughter, meeting some cool people and being in a cool team atmosphere. So it's the coolest thing. I mean, I tell every, I mean, I told you right before this call, I recruit everybody. I mean, I'm
You
everyone I
do.
see. I'm like anyone I talk to because I'm just so excited. I love to help
You
people
wanna
get
share the good news, wanna
yeah,
share the
like, for real, like,
opportunity
to
with
come this
people.
way, please come over here. If you are, and I don't recruit I shouldn't say that. I recruit people with strong work ethic that I know deserve the opportunity. If you've worked and grinded, like I started in Best Buy. I used to drive to work every day, 45 minutes to work every single day, and I would make 10.50 an hour managing a bunch of underperforming people. I'm just gonna say people on the front end of at Best Buy. I started out as a front office manager and straight out of college, and it was a terrible job, but I learned how to grind and work. And then I just appreciate
Mhm.
when I find opportunities like this one. And I mean, I've had other good jobs, but this one is like the coolest, best job I've had. You know, like you said, actually people I would want to hang out with outside of work, I've found like in this
Yeah.
place, which is really cool.
You have to find almost like the right avenue, right? If you have a skill set and you are a people person, you do want to help people, you genuinely, care about others, but also want yourself to be successful. You have to be selfish, right? In sales. So, or any job, to be honest with you, but finding the right avenue that will maximize your potential and your skill set is so difficult to do. I mean, that's why people go in and out of jobs, or that's why I had 2 other sales jobs before this one, because 'cause I'm like, "What is the right avenue?" This fell into my lap. Thank goodness it did, because I was at my wit's end
Yeah.
and, just job searching. I'm like, "I don't wanna have to go back to school to be a whole doctor and spend another 4 years of my life, with
And
more
go in
debt."
debt. Yeah, and go in debt. Yeah.
And this, it's like I'll be able to pay off the rest of my student loans by the end of next year comfortably, and things like that. So it's just about finding the right team to believe in you, the right avenue for your success, and then having the belief, in yourself and having resources available to you. We have free leads. I don't think really any other company
Free,
can say that.
free. You don't have to pay for them.
Genuinely free leads. Yes.
Your overhead in this job is a computer, maybe a second phone line, a good webcam, and,
Getting your
uh,
license. That's it.
yeah, and a nice apartment, or a nice house,
Yeah.
like, I mean, just that's it, like, which you kinda need all those regardless, so it's not like it's a big barrier to entry, yeah, I mean, for less than $500 you can pretty much be licensed and on the phones, and again, we get paid every single week, y'all. Every single
Yeah.
Friday, there's a paycheck. I don't
Yeah.
care how small your paycheck is, you can make it 1 week. I can make it 1 week on a small paycheck, but on the big
Yeah.
paychecks, especially if you really get on a good roll here, like I mean, I made 15 grand my first month, like straight out the gates. I was like, "Oh, man, this is fun." Like, and I mean, I
Yeah.
made that in real estate, right? Like, I mean, I've made close to 6 figures in real estate in 1 month before, but
But
dude, the
not from
grind,
home.
yeah, the grind was, I mean, and it wasn't every month, I definitely wasn't making it every single month. I had to go find more clients every single day, spending, thousands on marketing, gas, car. I don't need none of that now. I live above Whole Foods. I can live I'm in my little circle. I'm good.
You
Like I
live
go,
above Whole Foods, that's my
yeah,
dream.
I literally live above Whole Foods. It's pretty
I'd be
awesome.
there every single day.
Yeah,
I went there, I got 2 coffees from there this morning.
couple
I
times a day, to be
love Whole
honest with you. I always have fresh groceries, that's for sure. Yeah.
I would need to sell, like, triple what I sell to
Yeah,
survive
yeah,
there. But
trust me,
no,
yeah.
back
I'm
to what
like,
you
I
were
could eat
saying,
out or Whole Foods, and Whole Foods is always more expensive, but
they have
it's
their
better.
hot bar, they have coffee, they
Yeah,
have everything. You don't
yeah,
need to go anywhere else. I love that. Oh my gosh. No, back to what you were saying though too about, being out in the field, like you can be successful in other areas, but the thing about this, not only is it the free leads, that's not the only thing that's great. It's the system works. We give, all the resources you need to be successful. It's just about what you're willing to do with it type
yeah,
thing. So it's not like you take the exam, you get your license in other states. We give you the leads, we give you what to say, we give you the platforms. Everything is just there. It's just a matter if you will do and be consistent in your doing. It's
yeah,
so simple. It really is. But the most difficult thing, because like you said, no sales job's easy. It's just about showing up every single day, the days you don't want to, dialing when you get cussed out or hung up on, or get at the very end of a sale and they don't give you their information to actually pay for something that they just said that they wanted. You'll be confused a lot of times, but you just have to keep going and you'll be fine.
the next, on to the next, yeah,
It's
100%.
insane. You guys are gonna kill. I'm so excited that I guess you found Isaiah on the trail down there. I don't know what happened, but you guys are
Great,
here.
yeah, I mean, no, like, the story is, like, I had started in AO, I did really well, I got featured as, like, one of the top rookies, like, my first couple weeks, and then I just kinda hit a wall with the previous team of, like, I just don't really feel like, their hours were 12 to 8 and word for word chained to your desk from 12 to 8 as a leader, and I'm like, "Well, you know what, I left real estate, I had a $58 million real estate team, like, I left that for a reason because I wasn't happy, so I'm not gonna do something that I'm not happy." But, I mean, I was looking around like, "Should I just get another job?" Looking around, there's no other better job, right? And then I just ran into Isaiah
Mhm.
randomly on the trail, and Isaiah had came and worked or for just for a little bit for Elevate, and so we kind of knew each other, and I mean, it just fate happened where it
I
was kind of
swear
like
that's how it goes.
if you can't fit these 12 to 8 hours, these expectations, like I'll sign your release to whatever team you want. This is the best team out there. And I was like, well, I mean, I don't think I can, to be honest with you, do this the rest of my life and definitely not even do it for 2 years. So I hit up Isaiah and
Here we
they
are.
let me move. They honored their word. I gotta I gotta give it to them. You know, I gotta give it to the previous team. They did allow us to move teams. So no hard feelings. Like I said to them
Yeah,
when I was leaving, like no hard feelings. They got a great thing going on over there. To be honest with you, their pitch is pretty great. Like they're crushing it. They're growing super fast. But for me personally, and for my guys personally, this is a much better fit for us. And
yeah.
that's all we
It's
can
the
say.
avenue.
Yeah.
It's the leaders, it's the people. We have a very unique team, a very diverse team, and I love that. So I think that, is a great story. And thank goodness they did let you guys come over because I know sometimes that can be
Yeah.
transferring and stuff. It
Yeah,
seemed
and I
pretty
would say
seamless,
that's a
which is
great,
good.
a great thing, and I don't think it's not an everyday thing. This was kind of an exception to the rule, but it was good. It was. I will say, I'll just give it up to everybody who was able to make this happen and able to allow the transition to happen peacefully and with no real hard feelings. So I know I'm gonna see them. I mean, my previous leader, they're gonna be partners one day. I plan on being a partner one day. So like again, like no hard feelings, but for us, this is a great fit over at Apex specifically. So Avery, we are gonna I'm gonna keep it rolling here. One thing that you do want to work on this year, like what's one area of improvement for Avery? You've been here since March. You kind of got the lay of the land. We like the culture. You know you're gonna stick here. What is
Yeah.
one thing that you specifically want to work on?
I think we kind of talked about it earlier is just recruiting and sharing the opportunity with other people. I wanted to make sure it was something that, worked and worked for me before I could go ahead and, tell my friends the good news. I've been kind of working in silent for a little while and making sure I get down my job and I feel fully confident in myself as an agent, as a producer. So something I definitely want to work on is recruiting, bringing on more women and men, just that wanna grind and wanna better their life, for whatever reason and hear their stories and help other people, be as successful as humanly possible. And then the other thing is just working on my own personal pen, just writing as much as possible, learning from Last Push as my first push, not hitting that 50,000 was kind of like embarrassing in a way. My ego definitely took a little bit of a hit there, which is fine, but just learn from that. And then every month, every push, just keep getting better and better. So, whatever that will take is, just doing more workshops or doing more, practice with whatever it is that, the leaders think that we need to work on. I think that's one of my biggest area is recruiting and just writing more.
The 2 ways you make money in this business, right? Recruiting
Yeah.
and writing. So,
Referrals, all that fun stuff.
how do you I mean, you got a decent Instagram. How do you plan on, like, recruiting this year? What ways do you plan on recruiting? I know you mentioned reaching out to friends and family, but are you gonna get more active on
Yeah.
Instagram? What's the plan?
I think, yeah, just making my Instagram better, making a new one separate or revamping mine. I do not think my Instagram is great or up to any type of par. So maybe revamping that. I don't know. I know you know a lot about that stuff. So Instagram, I have a huge following with LinkedIn and, Indeed. And I did that
Yeah,
right out of
oh, there you
college.
go.
So
Yeah, yeah.
working with
LinkedIn.
that. Yeah. So some of that stuff, I think that would be the biggest thing. But I do want to up my IG game, make it a little more aesthetic and business focused because I do
Well,
think that's
see, maybe you can help me because I need to up my LinkedIn's getting there, but my LinkedIn game
yeah,
is
I'll help you out me. We'll be
yeah,
good.
all right. That sounds good. That sounds good. Well, so I know we talked about recruiting, which is going to be obviously very content. It's 2026, right? Or almost. I'm already at 2026
Basically.
at this point. So if you're not creating content, it's like trying to run a race with like no shoes on. You know, at this point,
Yeah.
you're at a severe disadvantage. So where do you want to improve your content game? Do you have any content ideas? Let's just talk a little bit about like what kind of content Avery's going to create to recruit.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. So I really like I think what I would do is kind of put out what I like to consume. So I like more wellness lifestyle, but also with like the kind of business boss girl, kind of hustler mentality, right? Where there's girls that not only take care of themselves or have families, but also rock it with their career, and they still have a career for themselves and they don't really depend on other people or need other people. Just because I think, women have a huge advantage in sales, right? Again, pros and cons, but just lifestyle stuff. I did talk to one of the guys that came in the office, and he was one of our photographers that kind of comes in, and he's like, you should be recording like the entry or the openings of all of your meetings. Like just set up a little tripod and just record yourself saying like hi. And then, he kind of walked me through how to make like reels or like little TikToks or like day in the life as a $15,000 a week agent or something like that, just kind of doing the hook and everything. So I just want to learn how to do all that stuff a lot more. But I think to answer your question long windedly, just lifestyle, day in the life, just showing people what it really takes, getting up, going to the gym, getting ready for the
Yeah.
office, heading in the office, and then opening some deals, closing some deals, just kind of the POV type stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I think the gym content, the health and wellness for you is gonna be great. We do teach content classes, okay? I just taught a content class yesterday, so I'm gonna give
Shut
you a little
up. I need to come.
give you a little game on what we taught yesterday. So it's called the 3 E's, okay? So this is for creating content ideas. It's called the 3 E's. So it's either
Okay.
educate, entertain, or emotionally connect. Those should be your 3 type of connecting content. You're either gonna educate people, telling like for you, right? Like telling people about what the AL opportunity is, even what life
Yeah.
insurance is. A lot of people think it's a scam, educating people on the life insurance itself. Entertain, right? They could be funny videos showing your personality a little bit, even the
Um,
behind the scenes stuff. Like I know you're big in the gym, like the health and wellness stuff is great for the entertaining, and then emotionally connect. So that's going to be more raw, authentic, like telling your
yeah.
story and just emotionally connecting with people. So if you can create content, always every piece of content's different, but as long as it hits one of those 3 E's, you're good. If it hits two of those 3 E's, you're great. And at three, if you hit all 3 E's, you got a
All
winning
three
piece.
in one.
Yeah. So
I will need to take some more advice on that. Yeah.
yeah,
That's great
100%.
though.
Well, you know where to find me. All right, now, last thing, Avery. All right, it's not weird. Okay, it's not weird. Everybody has to do it. Nothing weird's gonna happen. I do need you to just close your eyes real quick with me. I need you to take a deep breath, and I need you to picture Avery's dream AO recruiting event. You can
Gosh.
color whatever you want to color, whatever your imagination brings. What does it look like?
Dream recruiting AO event. Oh my gosh. Either at like a beachside place where we're all, kind of just in the warm weather, like sunset, good drinks, good people, good music, just all, having fun. But that's more like party fun side, right? Or like at a penthouse or something like that. Either or, water or beach involved is great. Or the other side of that, like a business event, would be just at a really cool, like speakeasy type, loungy bar place where we're all just in our good, business casual outfits or something like that. And then just, again, good drinks, good people, good vibes. I don't really know. I haven't thought about that. Really
Well,
anything where there's cool
you,
people around and people that want to work and some
we
good
got
food for sure. Good food.
got
Can I
some good
open my
ideas.
eyes?
Yeah, well, you can open your eyes, and I was gonna tell you that. You don't have to keep it shut the whole time.
They were shut the whole time.
Well, cool. Well, we can make all those happen, Avery. 100%. I mean, I know somebody with a penthouse in Miami that could probably work.
Me too. Yeah.
My birthday is at a speakeasy here in Dallas. So if you want to make the trip down here, it's good vibes, good people, and yeah. So those are two, and then we need to do Avery's own event. Avery, it's
Yeah.
been great. I appreciate you. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for coming on. I'm looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better. And thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. You as well. I'm
All right.
excited.
Bye.